Charles IV, King of Bohemia.
Eh wow! Ah, coucou! Allô, 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 salut, c'est Star! C'est là que ça se passe, man. It's time! Donc, tout ça, Rediffusion sur Reddi. Je suis ready. J'ai mangé. J'ai équipé. J'ai mon épée. Une épée qui est à 100% en plus, fait que let's go. Voilà. On va voir ça Rediffusion. On va lui dire qu'on s'en va péter la gueule au monde. Yeehaw! J'espère qu'il m'en reste assez pour la soirée en vrai. Puis cette histoire, y a-t-il du nouveau dans les épopées de ta belle famille? Ta belle sœur, elle s'en est surmis. Vas-tu y présenter Max? Bonjour, monsieur Divish.
I'm glad you came.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that
Comment
we
ça va
still
le
have
ménage
a
d'essayer
tradition,
pour rendre ça bien déménager
I
vers la
think
maison?
you should have the honor of the first shot.
Décollissant. Ils en ont pas parlé à Lucky encore, ça va être. Ça va être rough.
To smash my castle? I can't say I share your enthusiasm.
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean it like that.
There's nothing to it. The men will load the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days. Sir Robard will explain what comes next. Take care.
C'est moi qui tire la trébuchet, yay! Monte dessus, ça. On devrait vendre la maison, ça va être de la merde aussi. Ben, elle va se vendre vite, mais. Ben là, sais-tu si elle va. Genre, elle va se pogner un appart, quoi, ou ben elle va venir rester chez vous?
Load the trebuchet. Good day.
There was precious little in it, and we could have lost everything.
T'achètes un condo à quelqu'un.
But God stood by us.
Au pire, au moins, elle va être capable de
In the
louer
end,
une partie,
they're nothing
puis
but a bunch of filthy cutthroats.
ramasser un peu d'argent.
They're sneak thieves and assassins. But does that make them real soldiers?
Well, they're apt to wait till a man
Okay.
dips off into the bushes to relieve
Là, il y a combien de
himself,
kids?
lifts up his chainmail tunic, and stab him in the back. Personally, I'd rather face a proper soldier.
Because you know just who you're up against. That's probably why Toth is giving us such a hard time.
On en a deux, ouais. C'est sûr que dans un 4,5, ça commence à être serré.
Good luck then.
Comme moi ça, tout le beau trébuchet. Hein? Obias?
Greetings. What do you need?
We came just in time, didn't we?
Quite.
Ouais, c'est ça. Tu penses plus loin, puis on s'entend, ça vient vite pareil.
I'd say he's growing into a proper nobleman at last.
I think more
Quand tu mets
people will be
ta
changing their
maison,
minds
genre
about
sur
him.
25 ans, c'est pas trop long que les kids.
I owe him my life. God bless him.
Pas assez grand pour prendre la place.
God be with you.
Même check là en train de recharger. Puis 9 ans, ouais, 13 ans, il s'en vient, ça va s'en venir vite. Reload! Vous êtes qui, vous? Ah ben. Bye bye! You. Ouais, j'ai monté de level en strength en plus. Yay! On a décollé sur le château, yay! Fuck, comment ça je suis plus capable de baisser? C'est drôle ça? Hmm. Ils ont enlevé le setting du jeu que je pouvais utiliser ma molette, quoi. C'est bizarre ça. Ok.
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
Aye. We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all?
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back. Good luck then.
Mais monsieur, je veux le faire là.
Is something the matter?
A few of them have taken to their heels. If they stop in Kudenberg, I'll be glad enough. But I fear they may have other plans.
If those were the best of Istvan's men, they could be lurking in the woods. They'll probably wait to attack us at the worst possible moment.
My fear exactly. I won't breathe easy until Toth is hanging from the gate. But in the meantime, I'll be glad to know the woods at my back are clear. Can I count on you?
Yes, sir.
Of course, Sir Robert. Would you like me to bring back their gear as evidence they're dead?
That's not necessary. I trust you, Hal. You don't even have to do the killing, just let me know where you find them and that'll be that. There's no need for you to get hurt in the process.
Hmm.
Good luck then.
On va aller péter des culs. J'avais oublié de mettre le cheval sur le 4 pattes, c'est pour ça que je suis pas capable de monter à côte. Tu l'as trouvé? Ah bah oui. Je lui ai écrit une volée de la mort. Brr.
Well, now, look what's come crawling out. Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! I'll slaughter you. Get over here! Come on, you shite! God! Oh, yeah! You're dead!
Bonk. Bonk.
Oh, dear God. What?
Un problème de moins. Je me rappelle pas si j'ai pété le premier d'où. Mais le tabarnak qui est revenu.
Oh.
Mon esti. Bon, le prochain va être là. Wow, les God Rays. Huge.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that?
What was that?
Hey, who's that? What, have we?
Get fucked. Wow. Putain, toi. Beau sans rire. Je suis un sneaky boy.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Ah!
Is that the best you can do?
Bah ouais, attaque voir mon tabarnak.
Shit yourself.
Hein, c'est qui shit lui? Hein? C'est qui se chie dessus là, mon tabarnak? Oups, j'ai plus de quoi que je voulais pas prendre. Bon, puis le dernier devrait être là. Si c'est OP, man, le perk de voir toute la map. Bambinos. Wow. Je suis rendu dans Skyrim. Presque.
Well now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock. Take that! Oh, slut!
Come and get me.
Christ!
Are you taking to the bailiff or the sexton? The godless cutthroat.
Damn thanks, mister. En vrai, ça vaut de l'argent. Regarde.
Hey!
Hein? Quoi? Salut? Ok. Je le ferai pas d'abord. C'est bizarre que ma molette elle marche plus par exemple.
Hang on.
Je pense que je vais faire le tour, mon chum.
Yeah.
Un shit pour se laver le cul, ça. Ouais. Oh, lisse. C'est pas un vrai. Ah ah.
Yeah.
Je mange à 87. Je pense que je vais dormir, puis après ça, je vais aller voir notre chum. Un bon 12 heures de sommeil. Bon matin.
I found all of their campsites. The rest of the woods are clear.
That's a relief. Now let's relieve ourselves of this accursed Toth.
Oui, monsieur. Oui, ici.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding? You came too soon.
Je peux pas juste attendre, fait chier.
See you later.
On va juste attendre un 12 heures dans sa face. On va aller se coucher pendant 12 heures, puis on va revenir le voir. La dernière heure est longue de même. Ah, ouais. Oh, monsieur, ça fait 2 jours.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still...
Ben,
See you
mais,
later.
mais monsieur. C'est quoi ça? À midi, ça va-tu être fini? Ah,
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvand's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't
Non,
have
voilà,
another
là.
chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on 2 fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvand will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the
Repos.
attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
Mhm.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
Let's go.
A village lad and an old soldier. This fan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
Okay.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
See you later.
Let's go. Salut Jean! Je suis même pas bien de même pour vrai, arrêtez de me mettre des habits de gueux. Je suis un riche marchand. Et moi là, l'autre est habillé avec toute son armure en or. Et toi, baboum. Damn, c'était simple. Ben oui, man, t'arrives direct au bon moment. On va lui péter la gueule. Tac.
Shield, for fuck's sake! Cover yourselves! Wait till I raise the ladders!
Oh, ça a pas passé loin.
For the walls! Go! Go! Go!
Motherfucker, il est pas revenu. Hop, 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 hop.
Smash them! Clear those battlements!
Bon. Bon.
Smash them!
C'est quoi qu'il y a ici? Ouais.
We've got them! And now from the south! We'll charge them from the rear!
What the fuck? Hey, pique, ok. Non, j'ai plus ça. Non, fallait que tu te battes, man, dans le temps. Il est crissement pas vieux en plus, Henri. Je me rappelle plus quel âge qu'il a, mais ça a l'air qu'il est crissement pas vieux. Genre, il y a 17 ans ou une shot de même. Aïe aïe. T'es au bout, mon tabarnak. Wow! C'est beau, c'est boys. 17 ans, ouais, c'est ça. Regarde Castro pis s'il mourait, j'avoue. Check le flank de l'année, man. Holy shit. Hello, hello, hello. Let's go. Get fucking the pussy. Easy clap. Bro, c'est pas le temps.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
No.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare
Ok, me surprend,
and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
Je m'en vais à Skalitz direct aussi, puis je l'attends.
Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him.
Arrête de me parler de Dieu, justice, je m'en calisse, je le slice, le tabarnak.
And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Division.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
Radzig est même pas
If he
attaché,
goes
tabarnak.
freed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot.
Eh ben, mieux de me leur donner mon
Your
tabarnak.
sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
Mon Christ. C'était pas dans le deal, ça, je te jure.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Motherfucker. C'est quoi, là, ça tease le 2. Dans le 2, il va falloir que tu trouves l'épée.
To the battlements. We have to see which way they go. Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry. You've heard what he'll do if we follow them. We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Je lâche le stab dans son sommeil. Même pas dans son sommeil, man. Moi, je veux avoir un vrai face-off avec. Je veux découper sa tête de con, man.
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
It's a noble, right?
Yes.
He's a noble hassle, ouais.
Yeah.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Fuck you, bitch.
I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
Ah, mon père, ça? Ah, il dit salut, papa.
The way you found Tom, sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
On le sait, ça.
I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
Bon, vétéran, je dirais pas ça pour toi, mais pour moi, peut-être. Ouais.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger. There's no sign of them. Move on.
Même les sound effects.
I'm glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too, and now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's
Non, non,
go!
hey, moi aussi je veux y aller. Wow, hey! Tu t'en vas pas sans moi? Je pensais qu'on était des chums.
You alright, Father?
I am.
God damn
They
it.
treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
Ben non, on va prendre une raille père-fils. Avec mon cheval.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
Brr, brr, brr.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
Brr.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
Bon.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours.
And you need to get back. Get it back. Go, go, go.
For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
Oh, come on.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over.
Oh, let's go.
Fortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Markvart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot.
Ça fait que ça va être dans le 2 qu'on retrouve notre épée et qu'on tue les petites salles, tu me
and a
niaises.
fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front.
Bruh.
It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
C'est peut-être pas fini. Ah, c'est fini. Bruh. Oh. C'est pas une... Comment je pourrais dire ça? C'est pas une mauvaise fin, mais sachant que le deuxième a pris 10 ans à sortir, c'est... Waouh. Il est sorti en quelle année? Les 4 DLC, ouais, mais les DLC sont pas dans l'histoire principale de ce que j'ai compris. Il y a un DLC que tu joues une madame. C'est sorti en 2018, non, c'est pas sorti en 2018. « 2018 Action Role Playing Game. » Oh, ouais. Ah ben, my bad d'abord. Ça a juste pris 7 ans. Il est sorti sur la Switch cette année. Dernier DLC de 2019. Huh. C'est à la Switch, ça doit être wild, man. Jerk, mais avec les mouvements, ça doit être nice. Je sais pas. Mais genre, t'as une autre histoire, là. Tu joues genre... je me rappelle plus son nom. Je commence tout de suite? Non, je commencerai pas Horizon Zero Dawn tout de suite. Je pense que je vais aller jouer à Warframe en vrai. Bon, mais je vais aller jouer juste pour finir la soirée, là. Et si je commence Horizon Zero Dawn à soir, j'aurai même pas le temps de faire le tutoriel, puis je me rappellerai pas des pitons, mais que je revienne pour jouer. Mais j'ai quand même un peu le goût de jouer à Warframe, en vrai. Mais je pensais que ça allait être un peu plus long que ça. Pour ça, juste à même pas près 1 heure. Jim m'avait dit 2-3 heures, c'est une malade. Il s'attendait pas que j'étais un speedrunner, man. Que mon Henry, c'était une machine à tuer. La tune est insane, par exemple. En vrai, le jeu était quand même solide. Il va falloir que je le backlog. On lui donne combien? Sur 5. De même, je dirais un 4. En vrai, c'était quand même bon. 4.5, avoir un tant que ça. Moi, 4.5, faut que ça soit un esti de banger. C'est quand même des petits bugs pis des petites affaires que t'es comme Ah, mais moi, ça a été une esti découverte aussi, mais c'est comme je te dis, moi, pour moi, 4, c'est quand même déjà très très bon. Genre 4.5, y'a pas grand chose que je donne, pis 5, c'est genre. Je pense que j'ai 3 jeux que j'ai donné 5. Même affaire, par exemple, je m'attendais crissement pas à aimer ça tant que ça. Genre, j'avais checké des vidéos un peu juste pour voir ce que le monde disait. Il disait au début c'est lent, pis tout, ça prend du temps à setter, pis le jeu est compliqué à apprendre, pis tout. Mais, genre, un trop dur, ah, c'est. Ah, c'est. Non, une fois que t'as compris le système de combat, pis tout, ça va en vrai. C'est juste. Tu sais, je donnerais pas 4.5 juste à cause des affaires genre. La sauvegarde automatique juste avant le boss, que genre si t'es pas healé genre avant la cutscene, que tu sais pas c'est quand qu'elle va arriver, ou ben genre pendant le fight, ben t'arrives dans le fight à moitié de vie, genre. Tu fais quoi si t'arrives dans cette fight là pis t'es juste pas capable de le battre, genre? T'es fourré, hein? Tu peux rien faire. Je parle du monsieur dans le haut du moulin, hein? Quand t'attaques Prévislavitz. En tout cas, la ville est au nord, dans le centre de la map. Hein. Puis les affaires genre, moi qui perds 1h30 du jeu juste parce que j'ai pas savé, parce que j'ai pas dormi dans le bon lit. L'affaire que j'arrive avec une dague dans le dos de quelqu'un, j'essaie de l'assassiner puis je suis pas capable même si j'ai le skill pour. C'est toutes des petites affaires de même que ça fait pas en sorte que le jeu est pas jouable, mais c'est des irritants, genre. Tu pouvais pas parry and roll quand tu l'avais fait. Je pouvais, mais je pouvais pas perfect parry. C'est la seule affaire, genre je pouvais pas... Oh!
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now.
Les sous-titres, ils marchent pas.
I miss you, Emma. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine.
Les sous-titres sont tout buggés.
For what? I let you down.
En fait, non, t'es rendu un grand homme.
I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save
3.5, les sous-titres suivent pas.
Someone has to live, carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
But, Papa!
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows.
When you'll die, son. Damn. Maman!
Make her proud.
Damn. Non.
Go.
Hey.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away.
Cock dad. What the
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore.
Hmm?
All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Damn, je suis rendu un big boy. En tout cas, les sous-titres, ça avait l'air à brasser en tabarnak. Je sais pas c'était quoi, mais... Jesus. Comment ça, mon charisme est à 14? Non, mais du trafic ici, tabarnak. Moi, ça? What the fuck, monsieur?
What? For security reasons.
Yeah.
Ugh, come on then. All's well. Mind how you go.
Les mondes sont bizarres. On décolle ici. Cheval, oui!
Stop for a bit. I'll just give you a quick search.
Ouais. Il vient de le faire.
What's with you?
What's going on?
Such are my orders.
Ugh.
Nothing.
Ben, quand ils viennent me chercher, tabarnak, le monde sont tombés tannants dans cette petite ville-là. Je pensais que je suis rendu un noble, moi, calice. J'allais voir ma blonde avant, c'est fuck off. Thérèse! Non, je suis pas encore un kid, je suis le fils à Radzig ici.
I've got something for you. I got them from Uncle Peshek. Just don't go poking them where you shouldn't.
They're lockpicks. They're not really intended for poking in your own locks.
True, but at least don't get caught. And if you do, you didn't get them from me.
Est-ce que je t'aime?
I've got something.
All right.
Yay!
Hey there,
Pas
handsome.
lutte, la petite. Ah ouais, on va aller à quelque part.
Stroll somewhere.
I'd love to.
Viens ta Thérèse.
Teresa. There's something I ought to tell you.
What is it? What's troubling you?
I'm not quite sure how to tell you, so I'll just spit it out. So Radzig Kobyla is my father.
And King Wenceslas is my cousin.
Non, non, Thérèse, tu comprends pas, là. Pour de vrai.
No, I'm serious.
What? But, Henry, how on earth could...
I know, it was a shock for me too. It turns out Sir Radzig and my mother had some romance. Of course, he couldn't marry a commoner.
And your father? I mean the blacksmith. God, that sounds so odd. I mean Martin.
He knew Sir Radzig from way
You're gonna get that noble dick. Elle l'a déjà eu.
Pa married her before I was born, to protect her reputation, and raise me as his own.
And Sir Radzig allowed it?
Sure. Actually, I get a feeling the whole thing was agreed between them. Sir Radzig was glad she wasn't left alone with a child.
My God, Henry, that's just... And what will that mean for you?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
Well, it all depends on Sir Radzig, doesn't it? As his illegitimate son, I don't have any rights as such. But it's not like I've suddenly become a noble like Capon. And even though Sir Radzig has publicly acknowledged me, well, sort of, it hasn't really changed anything.
And if Sir Radzig decided to make a real noble of you, would you want that?
I guess.
Me become a noble? Fine clothes, hunting, drinking wine from a gold goblet, and stuffed pheasant for breakfast? Ha! Of course! Who wouldn't want it?
I think there's a little more to it than that, Henry. You'd have huge responsibilities.
True.
Oh, mais c'est correct, j'ai un huge cock.
Anyway, it's not important what I want.
Ah, fuck.
A bastard
Mais
will
son
always
marche
be
pas
a
encore.
bastard.
I don't know. All sorts of things can change.
T'inquiète pas, Thérèse.
Would you
Ben
still
oui.
care for me, a common millmaid, if you were a nobleman?
Tu lui dis direct là. It would be inappropriate. I mean,
course.
I can't.
I'll always be fond of you. Nothing will change that.
I'll remember that. I hope you won't regret those words.
No fear of that.
I must go, Henry. Take care.
Et à plus.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
Est-ce que mes pannes sont pas beaux, man?
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped
Ça bouche me fait peur.
if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergolf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary. partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghoff at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghoff would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Gutenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft the letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Ok, j'ai colissement pas fini en fin de compte.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Opa.
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Berghoff is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghoff tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Berghoff is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
Initiatives of Margrave Jobst of Moravia and a large part of the Bohemian nobility. Whether they plan to take action against them or support their efforts.
You read my thoughts, sir.
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein. Why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
Okay.
That's about all.
Very well.
Thanks for the follow,
Take the
man.
letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son.
Je suis pas sûr que ça marche de même.
I think I don't
Okay.
know what to think. That makes two of us. If I didn't know anything about Yost, I'd say he's right. Absolutely truthful. But
Je te gère ça un stream, moi, mon homme. Une main de fer dans un gant en métal.
No one could deduce from this
Ah, marche à droite
photograph
ici.
Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me?
Hmm?
Never, Uncle.
Jamais.
We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Yes. Godspeed. You've completed the main storyline. If you like, you can still embark on side quests and activity, or just wander the world. You can end the game anytime afterward by riding off to come with Sir Hans Capon's squad.
Come now, Hal. My men are mustered in the courtyard. We can get going.
Fait que là, on finit actuellement le jeu pour de vrai. Alors, ferme-moi pas la porte dessus, là, mon tabarnak. Je sais que vous aimez ça le faire. À part.
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Berghoff is bound to be waiting us eagerly.
Si cette vitesse-là tout le long, ça va être long en esti. Ça peut bien prendre 3 jours aussi. J'aurais peut-être me rhabiller comme du monde, par exemple. intéressant ça.
So, how is life as a highborn bastard? I'm getting used to it. What about Rodzi? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Yodst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggars belief.
Ah oui. Politics.
Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trusting your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let him shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Yops.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
Okay.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back in their old tricks.
Ça commence à être un peu long. Yep. Oh. Le seul doute de plus rien à me dire ici. Come on, me boy. Je suis malade de chauffer une main ici.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Ouais, ça fait 2 fois que je te dis en
Of
vrai.
course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quite.
J'avais pas remarqué que mon casque, man, j'ai l'air d'un esti de malade.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming.
I fucking
Forward,
wish.
men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
Yay! J'applaudis moi-même parce que mon piton marche plus. Yay! Ça va, Gigi? Finito Pepito. Et tu continues? Ça fait si je continue. Ah. Pourquoi? Bon ben GG. GG well played. Bon là avant d'oublier, je vais resetuper mon stream deck. Okay. Le knuckle oh non marche plus non plus. Pas ça. Ça marche pas non plus. On va mettre ça d'abord. On va voir pourquoi ils sont tous de même, mais c'est pas grave. Bon, ok. Fait que là, backlog. Pas ça. Backlog. Kingdom. Deliverance. Ah oui, c'est un jeu de 2018, eh ben. Ouais, pour moi, je pense que c'était un 4. Le average est à 3.7. Ça me semble bien. Le 2 est annoncé pour le 11 février 2025. Fait que ça va avoir pris exactement 5, 6, 7 ans entre les deux jeux. Ouais. La 4 étoiles, ça le met à quoi? Mettons dans... Pourquoi que j'ai mis à 4 étoiles? Unravel 2, Monster Hunter Iceborne. Robot Quest. Oh non, je pense que ça va là. Ghostwire Tokyo, ouais, ok. Les bons Assassin's Creed sont à 4 aussi. Ouais, je pense que ça fait du sens. Et 4.5, il y a quoi? Monster Hunter World, Forza Motorsport 5.6. Fait que Yumi, ouais, non, ça c'était les meilleurs Assassin's Creed. Moonlighter, Hollow Knight, ouais. Halo. Ouais, non, ça fait du sens de l'avoir mis là, je pense. Bon, ben, là-dessus, on va switcher. On va finir la soirée sur du Warframe, je pense bien. Fait que là-dessus, ben, YouTube, je vais vous dire bonne nuit. Parce que je ne lèverai pas le 1 heure que je vais farmer sur Warframe pour rien. Fait que... Ça veut dire YouTube, on se repogne normalement vendredi pour... Mech Warrior 5 avec Jim. Normalement. Juste pour être sûr. C'est comment notre Game Pass fini. « 18 novembre. Ça tombe à être lundi. Ça fait du sens, ok. Bon, avec là-dessus, YouTube, bonne nuit. Puis à vendredi. Ciao, ciao.